Check, check, check. All right, let me check some audio. I need to do some audio checking. Once everything gets online, do some audio checking. All right, go into some settings here. How do I sound? Do I sound pretty good? Bring some nose here, clean up some things. All right, is that sound? How's that? Is that better? All right, we're gonna go over some watch lists. We're gonna go over some stocks. Go over some stocks. Uh, Try to work on some audio so we sound a little better tomorrow. Get rid of some popping and some background noises. All right, what we got here? How does this sound? Sound a little better? Worse? Pretty sure anybody on here yet. I don't sound too bad now. All right, let's get to it. All right, cool. All right, so here's my watch list up here. I don't know if you can see it. All right, so AAL. What I found on AAL was an inside week. All right, so if we cross over 1539 up here on a weekly, if it goes in force, we will first PT will be 1584. All right, we're in force on the monthly. All right, well, actually, it's still inside on the monthly. We're in force on the day, and we are in force on the 3 month. So, hey, L don't look too bad. I actually need to set an alert here on this. Cancel that. So, week calls. We'll go into there. All right. So we just had a 2 down on the daily, 2 up. So that's that. If you in, please hit the like button. Just running over a few things. We're looking at for tomorrow. I'll be on stream in the morning, bright and early, about 9:20, no later than 9:30 normally. Most time I oversleep. What else? You probably can hear me running through my keyboard. You probably hear that noise. Trying to stop my mic from picking up everything, so I'll try to get into some settings. So does it sound better there or the other way? Sound better here or here? I kind of like this right here, so I'm gonna rock with this from what I can monitor. All right, so that's AL. AMD. All right, on AMD. All right, we got a two down. Right. I also need to set some alerts on all of these. So AMD. So we're going force at 178.81, and our PT will be 179 on a weekly. What we can do is, well, let me set this alert on AMD weekly calls. If you got anything, throw it in the chat, and I'll look at it. Now we got this gap on the daily, so we definitely want to be mindful of that. So I'm gonna mark this for puts down here on the daily, and I will set an alert. The puts here. All right. What else am I looking for? Oh, I need to find the broad informations on here. So be mindful of that gap right there. If it decides it wants to come down. What else do we have here? Reset this. All right, so then your weekly broad information will be here. High to a higher high and a low to a lower low. And on AMD, we got an inside month. The daily's in force. A two down week, looking for a two up. 3 months is in force. So that's what we're rocking with on AMD. All right. BA. BA, we have a two down on the daily. So 209, 209, 209.54. I moved the mic a little closer, sorry. We will be 209.55, we will go on force. The weekly level is 214.63. We have an inside candle, a 3-1 inside 3 month, inside month. So be mindful of that, but we should be able to get a day trade out of it if it decides to go Let me set these. This is a weekly watch list, so we will kind of watch this throughout the week. Week calls. I honestly think I'm gonna get a different microphone because this Blue Yeti picks up every single thing. Day calls on this. All right, so it's BAC. All right, BAC. BOC we have. BAC, we got an inside candle on a daily. Basically, full time frame continuities up the month. The month is still inside, so we'll be mindful of this one, but we're gonna set some alerts here. It's not the best setup, but it's a setup. So yeah, we're gonna set alert there, and then we're gonna set our push level because if it's inside candle, we are not biased. So what else? All right, Citibank inside month still enforce on a 3 month. So we'll mark these levels. Calls over 55.98, puts under 54.99. I will add some alert. Just my alerts to just let me know what's what. Okay, what is going on? Tripping. Puts. All right, Disney. I kind of like Disney here. Full time frame continuity. Two down. 97.41 over 97.41 is a daily entry for calls. And our first PT would be 97.93. And I need to set alert here also. So that is Disney. If you got any questions, please leave them in the chat. Calls over 143.88. First, I think I'm bugging. All right, let's try that again. Google, and 144.62 is the first PT. Second PT would be 145.59. What's that alert here? Now what we have here on Google, we got a 212 reversal. Let me, and then we have a gap here on the day. And then our weekly level is a 3, which may go 3-2 in the weekly levels. And under 138.17 will be puts on the weekly. And calls will be 155.20. I feel like my screen is bouncing every time I type something. Yeah, why is it bouncing like that? I don't know, whatever. All right. So, like I said, a 122, looking for 122 reversal. And we got a 3-1. We got an inside month, which if we take out these two targets here, we'll take out in a because we got that long wick right there. So, and that month is in force. Why is lift here? Oh, lift here is because we got a 122. I don't really like lift here, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna remove lift off of there. Sorry. All right, so we got the day in force, time frame continuity, inside month, quarter, and a year. We have this weekly. Um, we have this weekly. We have this weekly two down. Only thing that's not green is the month. So over 1724, the weekly are going force, and we can because so what's our alert here, and then our first PT would be 1835. Right. What's that? Inside quarter, inside month. So be careful with that. Rivian. Rivian. Inside day, inside month. So we're gonna set our alerts. To be honest with you, you can take an early entry off the daily at 15.60 66 for calls, but your safest bet is actually taking calls above 116.31, right? And the reason being is that inside candle will be um in force and you won't get so chopped up. So I mean that's more like a scalper's level. So inside inside day and an inside week and an inside month. So and then if you want to take puts, it'll be at $15. And you can put day puts. Right. And your weekly level. With your weekly level will be your first PT if you decide to take it off the daily. And then your weekly entry for puts will be 14. It's 97. So there you have it. Actually, that would be week puts. All right. So there you go. Be careful with that broad information. Right there at the bottom on those puts. That is Rivian. actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this watch list to. I'm going to put this watch list to you guys in the chat, so you can also follow along. So here's the watch list if you use TradingView. So that's the watch list. I just sent it in the chat, so you can just run through and mark your levels when you get off stream or as you follow along. All right, airlines. UAL. Please hit the like button. Please like and subscribe. Got an inside daily, inside a week. Now what you can do is, you probably get a quick scalp off of here. Don't get chopped off that weekly, right? But your best bet is taking this weekly entry, like I said, just to be on the safe side. Right. So your daily entry, right? Early entry will be 41.54 up to 42.08. And then we're looking for a push to take out this level at also another PT at 42.46. And then you will want to break a 42.87 on a weekly to, be on the safe side. So if anything, I would give myself some time on those contracts, but absolutely wants to be careful just on entering before that weekly goes outside. So this is all I do. This is all I need for me personally to be able to recognize and get an alert to look at the chart. And like I said, your weekly entry, which it would be this inside candle. If a break would be 42.87 for calls. And then your PT you'd be looking to take out is 43.54. Or you can take this weekly entry on puts because it's an inside candle. We don't have no bias, but if you can look at time frame continuity, you might want to be careful on puts. But if you come down this weekly entry, that also would make at, let me try to see where we will be. All right, so if we break this level here, that time frame continuity for the most part, all the way down to the monthly will be red. So 40.37 would be your entry, and then 38.24 will be your first PT on that. So, and that will be your weekly alert, your weekly trigger. Sorry about that. And I hate how my screen is bouncing. I got a new bigger screen. I got like a 30-inch ultra wide. So that's why you might see this looking a little bigger and better. All right. So that's UAL. Wells Fargo, WFC. Give my computer a chance to catch up. All right. So what we have is enforce on the 3 month inside month. We have a three. We have a three on the weekly, right? I haven't marked those levels on the weekly. This will be the three. Weekly entry up. And then this PT will become a weekly level here. And weekly down. All right, cool. So we got this inside. We got an outside week, which I kind of like that. In a month, we'll go green once we break over 49.80. That'll go green on a month. And the week at 50.20. So you can mark this inside. Let me check this. Mic Appreciate the like. If anybody like and subscribe. Hit 351 subscribers now, on our way to 500. All right, so this weekly level here, right, is a 3. So over 49, over, okay, for weekly call entry, the weekly call entry, right, it would be, I think we actually will be at all, no, we wouldn't be, which would probably be 60 dot. So listen, for, um, hold on, I'm ready to break it down and explain it. Okay, so if we break over this weekly, which is 51.44, our PT will be 60.30, right? Which would be the yearly high, well, the 3 month high. I don't think it would be the yearly high. Actually, let me check the yearly real quick. Okay, no, so it would be the 3 months high. All right, so over 49.57 for calls, and your first PT is 49.97. We break over that. We looking for a push to fill this gap on a daily to 51.44, which would be your weekly entry. And that weekly entry, we looking for a push up to 60.30. So just make sure we got all those levels marked. And then puts on a daily under 40.06, and your first PT would be 47.88, and then that would be your weekly entry. And I'll tell you the PT of that in 1 second. That's just how I scroll through. And your PT for that weekly would be here at 46.12. Inside week, 3 months in force. So, all right, XOM. XOM. What I'm actually looking for in XOM is a push down. You know, we got a 2 down here and we could possibly go up. 104.04 would be your entry for calls, right? Right. But your PT on calls be 104.88. But your monthly, if we do break this entry, your monthly will go green and your weekly is daily, your 60. So we would have full time frame continuity to the upside. Now, we got this shooter candle here on the weekly. So this weekly, if we break 101.62, we could push all the way down here to 95.77, right? And what I'm going to do here is, since this is an oil stock, I am going to check XOM. I mean, XLE. Check XLE, right? So this is the energy sector, and we're going to see what direction this is trying to go in. So we got this inside candle here, right? So this is the sector. So we're going to put this here. I like to mark these just for me, right? And you PT on that. So we're looking for a sector to go in this. We're looking for the sector to be pushing, and then normally the stock going in the same direction. So that is my reason why. And then your weekly down on this shooter will be, it's not missing. Right. And then your weekly level will be here. Your weekly up, right? That's actually where it would be. Next thing you know, not that one. Sorry. Boom. This one will actually be a weekly level. Once I reset this. All right, so 2 up. So yeah, inside week and a 2 down. So we might get a 2-2 continuation and continue to push down. So XOM. All right, HD. HD doesn't look bad either on the weekly. You got an inside candle on the weekly. All right, I already got those levels set. So all right, 3-2. So we're looking for a 3-2-2 reversal. Right, entry is 369.55, and the weekly level will be your first target, which is 360.14. Keep push through that. Your next PT for calls is 361.46, and then 362.96. If it decides to come down on this weekly, you will enter on 350.02 and push down to 47.07. So, but we got time frame continuity to the upside, so that'll be something to keep a eye on. So, yeah, that is that. So that's the daily watch list. Let's do a little double check in. We got all the alerts set. Um, let's just scroll through the watch list again. This is all I do to basically this is all I do to find stocks, right? So I got my daily, I got my quarter, I got my monthly, right? So since we all right, so let me just use this. I'm gonna scroll through this weekly. All right, so we got our watch list. If you just joining, the watch list is posted in the chat. Posted in the chat if you need it. That is what I have on the watch list for right now. I am about to run through the rest of my watch list. It's got about 140 something stocks in it. And this is how I run through and make a watch list. And then I add them to my list. And I find my levels. Then I make my alerts. And then I put them all on my charts and get ready for the coming day. So AAL don't look bad, but I just don't like trading it. It moves horribly like the contracts. So, and I hate how my screen bounces like that. All right. So let's get back to this watch list. So what I have up here at the top, this is my sectors. This lets me know what my sectors are doing. I love this indicator. And it's called a sector for performance. I wish I could share it. I wish TradingView's got to make it where you can actually share um, indicators so it's easy for people to find. All right, but anyway, so we got Airbnb. I'm just scrolling through. Adobe. It's getting late. It's on the East Coast, 12 o'clock. All right. All right, we got 2 down. AMD, we already have those levels. Now look at Amazon. What can Amazon get to? Let's see. Man, Amazon is rocking. Amazon shit. Amazon probably come on and take out that high at 188. And look at that. 2 down, 2 up. Man, the strat is beautiful. We probably come and take out that high. Everything else then came and took our highs. So let's get that. AA arc. Hmm. And listen, if you got some money, I don't like to play those big old contracts, but this two down with this full time frame continuity, you definitely could push over this weekly and take out that. The contracts are pretty pricey and expensive, so I don't really like to trade them. 3-1, we got that on there. Bye bye. Bye bye has a 3-1. So I'm clear this chart so we can see it clearly. 3-1 on the daily, on the weekly, and a two down. Inside weekend. If it falls down, it could take out that. Listen, let's mark it off and throw it on the watch list. Let's fully remove that. It's weekly level. Boom. Boom. Actually, we can take out here and here. Daily down. Weekly down. Sorry about that. Yes, I mumble a lot. I don't care. This is my live stream. Not to be rude. We can put this weekly level here. Weekly level here. Daily. Alright. So if you want, I mean, it's a stretch for that to go. Yeah, I don't even want to mark that weekly level. If this breaks here on this weekly, then I would enter on the puts. Other than that, I have no interest. I really have no interest on daily position. Entering on the daily. So that's that. All right, let's continue. We'll add that to the watch list. We got BEC already. We got Badu. Same thing. I'm not really a big fan of trading Badu. We'll check and see what Bitcoin's doing in a minute. I mostly ran through all these stocks already, but it's good to double check. Can't be a lazy trader. I mean, look at Crowd. Crowd looks pretty good. Where would the next PT? Oh, Crowd is at all time highs. Oh, interesting. I don't know what's going to continue to go CVS. CVS could be going to the downside, honestly. And look, the daily's in force and pushing down. Probably come and take out this low, and then maybe take out that low. Not really feeling it. Like that's going to do it. Look at that. It's a nice hammer right there, though. DTL, DLTL, Dollar Tree. Ford don't look. I like to trade Ford. It's a slow moving stock. This is a 3-2. I feel like Ford might actually take out this 322 and continue pushing up and taking out this high. Let's see what this monthly. And if it takes out that high, it can take out that monthly level. So actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark this and make that a monthly. So it'll be 1, 2, 2 up. All right, yeah, I like this. I actually like this. Let me set an alert here. Get a little early entry off the daily. Just could trigger this monthly. So we definitely gonna keep forward on watch. So we're gonna add that to the watch list. This will automatically go into the watch list if you're not TradingView works. FSR, man, I play FSR. Boy, if you stay in FSR puts for the last couple of weeks, I mean, look at that Fisker. Goodness, good God. All right, so what else do we got here? If you're just joining, please hit the like button. The watch list is in the description. I mean, in the chat. And click on it. Those are all the stocks that I added to my watch list. If you trade the STRAT, then you'll be able to see those levels. But right now, we just running through, just adding some more stuff to the watch list. Right now, it's 14 stocks on the watch list. So if you got any tickets that you want to see, please don't be afraid to hit me in the chat and I'll look over it. I don't care if it's a penny stock or future or whatever. So if you see this red on the watch list, I mean it's on the watch list. Good. That's just 3-1. All right, so this IBM, what does the daily look like? All right, so let's clear this out. All right, so we got a daily entry here, right? A daily early entry, right? Not the safest entry, but it's an entry. And then we have this daily puts entry. Time frame continuity. From the higher time frames, they've been buying this thing all year, all quarter, all month. So it looked like it's just did a little bit of selling off and profit takers and things. So that would be there, right? So then we can go, right? So you can go here for weeklies, and then, right? And this would be your first PT, right? Weekly PT, your second PT. Actually, kind of like this. Not stop. Weekly PT. Let's see what it's doing on the monthly. Month is still inside. It won't be if it breaks this level though. So it's pretty good. What's this quarter look like? All right, so we're gonna set some alerts. Weekly calls. Weekly puts. All right. Daily calls if you decide you want to enter early. Hopefully everybody can see those levels. DocU and HDB. All right, hold tight. Give me 1 second. I got you. Daily puts. Hold tight. Appreciate you for pulling up. Just always I ask that you hit the like button and maybe hit one of the QR codes and donate to the channel. DocU first. All right. West Park Youngin 954. All right, 2 down. Yeah. All right, let's go to the daily. Hmm. Honestly, I mean, this could probably finish selling off. We'll probably get a 2-2 continuation. Right. So let's remove this draw. We got an inside month. So, all right, well, look, this breaks this monthly here. Right. All right, we're just going to go off the monthly there. All right. So that would be it. Now, if you decide to take a weekly entry, all right. So it was 2-2, two up, two down, right? So I'm expecting, because in the strat it says follow the most two, so it most likely could do this. I would make my entry here, weekly down, right? And what would happen is you would be looking for this. There we go. Boom, you enter here, and I'm looking for a sell off. Tripping. Candles are pink. There we go. Looking for a sell off down to here, right? And take out that monthly level. And then if we take out that monthly level, into there, this will be your next PT, right? So there you go. So then you'd be looking for boom, right? Two, because it's a 2-2 reversal here, which means if you had got in last week, you would have got in there, right? But obviously we're not. So, but we're looking for a two to continue down. We got full time frame continuity to the downside, right? So that inside candle will go a two if it breaks here. So if it breaks here, what I would do is I would enter here, take profit here, hold some of my position, stop loss somewhere up in here, and let it push down. So if you want to enter this position for push tomorrow, if it breaks this entry of 57.24 to the downside, and your first PT would be 54.24, and then your second PT would be 49.57, and obviously your third PT would be here. And guess what? Why not? They're gonna add this to the watch list. So weekly puts, right, and then we go monthly puts. All right, let's get to your second ticker. All right, and let me get rid of this. And actually, let me find those broadening formations on here. Which, man, where will we here on a weekly? Man, what would your broadening formations be on a weekly here? It's not really many. It'll probably be here. We can go on a monthly and see what we got here. It's not really many. So yeah, I mean, we basically have a free fall on the stock actually. And you guys see we got a 3-2, right? And if you wanted a little earlier PT, that would be a PT here. And this was your broadening formation here on the daily, right? So yeah, this actually don't look bad because what I'm looking for is a break this broadening formation, a break this entry here, push down here, take out this monthly, and continue on down. So I'm actually gonna add this to the watch list. And your next stock is HDB. HDF Bank. Shit is going to the dumps. It's already done went to the dumps. Let's see what we got here. All right, we got a two up, two down reversal. Let's see what the monthly look like. Inside month, it's a quarter. They've been selling this thing hard. All right. And 12 month, 212. So it's been selling off really since the year opened. That 212 on a year. It went in force right here. So it's looking to come down and take out this level at 480. So let me show you what I got if you wanted to day trade it or swing it. And actually, I'm going to add this to my options watch list because HDB. Don't I got the? I'm tripping HDB. Appreciate it. I like to add things to my watch list. All right. So guess what I'm looking for. We got a 2 up. This would have been your entry here on the daily. All right, we already started. It came and took it out this low. Right. And as you can see, we got some bounce here. So all right, so this would have been your entry, right? If you hadn't got it last week, this would have been your entry to the downside. Right. Boom. And this would have been your first PT. This would have been your first PT, and you see it came and took out that level. All right. So if we decide, so this was gonna happen now. Let's go to the weekly. So now this first PT gonna become your weekly level that you would enter on. So if you decided to enter here to the downside and see if we come and take out this level right here and take out this PT here where it says weekly. It's your broadening formation here. And it's most likely where you're gonna bounce and reject. I mean, you got a weekly BF here, right? So that BF also could be your stop. And then your monthly is inside, right? But literally right here, basically, if it breaks this weekly level, it'll get that monthly will go 2 down, right? And then it'll continue with those twos, 2 up, 2 down, and continue down. So this actually don't look bad if you know how to trade this strat. But I like it, and I'm actually adding it to my. Actually, we're gonna add that to the weekly watch list too, just to so appreciate it. So your level. Oh, let me give you the verbal levels for that. So your verbal levels is to the downside. Oh, sorry. Well, this one you would have been in that, so we can remove this one. Ooh. All right. So your entry would be 5470 on a weekly level, and we're looking for the first PT of 53. Check. All right. Well, my microphone just went out. Second, my microphone just went out. Give me a sec. Check, check, check. What the heck has happened here? Check, check, check. All right, we back in action. Hold on one second. All right, we back. We back. We back. We back. All right, we back. We back. We back. All right, cool. So HDB, your levels to enter. Sorry about that, mom. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, so weekly, so up on the you see projected is broad information. Your level would be 5470 to enter this, and your first PT would be 5347. Your second PT would be 5104, right? But what you want to be careful is you got a broad information here, so you want to be careful. But if we break this, then we coming on down, and let's find the next broad information, which will be here, right? And that'll be your second broad information on the weekly. And you possibly could reject right around this range right there where this PT profit target is. So that is your entry on the weekly. We're looking for that to break. We're looking, and on the daily, we got this two up green hammer, I mean shooter, which came down the next day, which was Friday, to a two down, and we're looking for another two down to take out this level, this low, and then maybe the next low. So there you go on HDB. Hit me with some more tickers. So that is your, so those are the two that you gave me, and those are the two that I have given you levels for. And those are two really nice looking stocks that could possibly go tomorrow or sometime this week. 'Cause it looks like it wants to go. Let me make sure I have my alert set on this actually. Weekly puts on that. Actually, give me a sec. I want to check the contracts actually on this particular. Um, I'll mute up for 1 second. I'll mute it for 1 second. Check these contracts. I'm still here. I'm just checking these contracts on HDB. If you, hopefully you can see, but these are the levels on it. So hopefully the computer allows you to see that. HDB. So if we went, let's just say we went a week out. Oh, all right. So they only have monthly contracts on this. All right. Sheesh. Yeah, this might be something I will play shares on. Let me see. Open interest. Oh, volume. All right, let me see. Let me see the weekly, just monthly. All right. So sheesh, that is spready too. Um, HDB. I don't know what made you want to look at this, but um, contracts a little. All right, that's all good. Open interest is 800. It's spready on. For they only have February 16th, and maybe could go in the money. Maybe March. You could go March $50, maybe. Um, the 45 spreads 55. No, for sure. Look at Docu on the 7 day. 7 day for Docu. I don't even really much use those time frames for 'em. see. So 7 day for Daki. 7 day for Daki would be the weekly. But I'm gonna actually go to the actual 7 day. It's not really a level I really look at, but I will look at it. Why not? All right, cool. Just for you. Yep. And it's got a 2 up hammer, so this 7 day would have been boom. So when is the new one open? Monday. Okay, cool. So yeah, we basically got the same levels right here. It's maybe like a penny off, I believe, on this 7 day. So yeah, we can do this. Let me see. Yeah, it's about 10 cent. No, about 5 cent. So yeah. Yep. I like it. I definitely like it. Um uh, if you can short, you can short it with shares or maybe maybe short it with and then you try those contracts. One thing about them spready contracts like that, when they move, they move. So West Park, Youngin, 945. I like the two you gave out. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm tripping actually. Hold on, I'm tripping. You gave me Q. Yeah. 7 days here too. To the downside. Yep, exact same level as the weekly. So yeah, we on the same page. Break this monthly here, and we continue to push down, and we would take out these levels. Obviously, this would be the weekly level right here, which is strange. Why is that here? Yeah, and that would be this right here. So yeah, that we on the same page. You got two good ones, and I think Docu was already done took out that level, so we're gonna continue down. So that monthly that monthly on DIQ will most likely take it out here, and that monthly will go in force and become a 212, two down, and we take out these levels. So, yeah, looks pretty good. No complaints from me. Cool. Glad you put them on your what's the name? Like I said, I just put the watch list in the chat. Put that in there. So, watch list is I just posted again in the chat. And anybody that wanna just look at all those things, I got on my watch list. So just click on there, and that's my watch list, my weekly watch list. Actually, you can save that watch list, and every time I change something, it'll update too. So yeah, what else y'all got for me? Yeah, so just save that to your TradingView chart and give it a name, and then anytime I update it, you'll have it. So, and actually, if you want my full options watch list, here you go right here. This is my full options watch list. I'm also gonna put that in there. So these are all the stocks I have on this particular that I go through every day. Just the list I go through every day, and then I got this master sector watch list. So this is all the stocks that are in each sector. This is good for you to have too. So save all these watch lists, and I got this from somebody. So that's 500 stocks in there. So these are all the sectors XLK, XLC, XLY, XLP, XLE, XLF, XLV, XLI, XLB, XLRE, and XLU. So you can go through there, and every one of these have the stocks that's in that particular watch list. Like XLK, it's Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, all of those stocks in there. And since we got Nvidia on the watch list, we can go ahead and look at that sector anyway. I mean, we got AMD on the watch list. So we got this two down on the weekly, two up. So most likely this will be going in the same direction. That will be this weekly. And then boom, that'll be a PT on the weekly. And so what we're looking for, and that is the monthly. So and on the daily. I use a little bit of ICT. I don't really mark it on my chart. I do see fair value gaps. I've been trading for a while. I kind of know price action, so a lot of things I can see visually without having to mark it. I mostly mark these levels for people that follow me when I'm on live streams. I live stream every morning. I'm normally on by like 9:20, 9:30, sometimes earlier than that, and I stay on for at least 2 hours. Normally we catch a banger. I think we've been banking lately. So and if I can catch one good trade, I've normally done, but I'll leave the stream going and still scroll through. So make sure you like, subscribe, and pull up in the morning. But I like fair value gaps, right? Let's see if we can find some fair value. Like I do like fair value gaps. Um, so it's a lot of gaps on this, but I like those. Like let me see something real quick. Like DAQ, like DAQ's got those fair value gaps on it, right? Like if I was, that would be a fair value gap, like right up in there. Bearish fair value gap, right? A daily fair value gap, right? Pushed out, boom, and came on down. So yeah, I like the fair value gaps. I like trading those. Like this would be another one. Let me take this magnet off. Right, right. We're falling into these fair value gaps here, right, wick to wick. And see, you see when it got close to that fair value gap, it true. Actually, it's not even that it got close, it basically hit it and bounced back up. So I know a little something about ICT. I don't fully use ICT, but I do see things. So and imbalances and things. Yeah. So ain't nothing wrong with ICT. I use technical analysis too. You know what I'm saying? Like technically this would be a cup of handle, but it failed. Um, I know it all. That's the most important thing about trading. You learn a strategy that you stick with, but have a lot of things in your back pocket. You know what I'm saying? And it'll help you. Because one of my big strategies I like to use is just playing gaps, like the oil bricks. I like playing oil bricks too. So if I got like a gap on a daily, or it opens up 15-minute gap, and whichever end it breaks, which is also a part of the strat, but I like to do that too. So I got so many things in my playbook, so that's why I normally can go through and find a trade. But my main strategy is the strat, and everything else is secondary. And then I kind of just go through my playbook depending on the fly. So, and speaking of sectors, like I was saying, these are all the sectors right here. I just checked the XLK just to do it. Let me go back to that. Um, what I was saying was the dailies in force and the weeklies in force. I'm all over the place. We got time frame continuity, so that's most likely AMD is going to end up pushing up tomorrow if it follows this. But what I was speaking on about these sectors, because I sent that sector watch list, right, with all like 500 stocks in every one of these sectors. You also can get the sector performance, and it'll let you know what sector is green and which one. So like SMH is also for like semiconductors, right? So there's another ETF that you can follow if you're going to trade like AMD and Nvidia, right? So there's another one like on a weekly. Boom. So that's going in the same direction also. So I'm, most likely looking for a push up this two down hammer and take out this higher up here, right? So SMH is going in the same direction because that's another sector. The VIX, everything right here. Spies there. Only thing that ain't on here, which I could switch it and take off the VIX, but I kind of like having the VIX on there. It's QQQ, but spies on there. Yeah. So so that's SMH is inside, and the inside to go up. So yeah. So to answer your question, yep. I use a little bit of everything, but the strat is my main bread and butter. And honestly, if you learn the strat, that's all you need. Um, I do like ICT, and I ain't got a problem with them. Everybody like to give them hell on Twitter. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, come on, Bobby, on here. The only problem is broad information. Here, I'll help you out right now. All right, cool. That's all you're doing with broad information. Look, we on the monthly. Boom. High to a higher high. Well, high to a higher low. Right. So you're gonna find that. Boom. Right. So then, all right, now you could come down here and put a broad information here. You can take it to this wick. You can take it to this wick. Or you can take it to this wick. Right. But which one will give you more data? Boom. All right. So that's on the monthly. So now look at this. Boom. We got here. When we reached the top of this broad information, we came down. We took out this broad. We took out this low. And look, it just continued to bounce. So now when I get here, there's another reason. Is no very wrong way. So look at that. So boom. Now look at this. So and we pushed up, and there's possibility we're gonna come and take out this high reject here and push right on. Actually, I don't want to use this. Let me move this. Let me find another tool to use. I don't use these tools much. Uh, sure, we can use this brush. Let me see what we got here. All right, so we might come up, take out this. Right, obviously stocks don't go straight up and down. It's gonna look like shit. But boom, we could do this and push back up. Right, reject here. Could push through, and we could continue to come down. And that's just your broad information, right? And I got a video on it, and it just keep doing the same thing. So I mean, you can find them all day long. You come down here to the weekly, right? You can find another one, right? So your next broad information will be a daily, right? All right, boom. See how it bounced off this range, came up, right? And this would be a daily one. And just draw 'em. It don't matter if you think you're wrong. Just draw 'em. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that could be another one, right? All right. So now watch this daily right here, right? As we lower into the time frames, right? Well, it's not daily, but it's weekly. Watch this. Now look how it's inside of this range. Boom. Pushed up, tried to keep pushing up, couldn't get through, came down, and boom. So listen, so this is the daily again, right? So look, it should be F. Look, and look at that. That's a daily broad information. Boom. Touched, it came back up, tried to reject it, and finally broke through. So it's so many of them, right? And then we come down to another lower time frame, like the 6 hour, right? Yeah, that's it. It's just broadening out just like a megaphone, right? And then, right. So now we're gonna shrink this down, right? And look at all right. So these are the weekly ones, the gray ones here, right? And look how inside of this range. Once it got inside of it, it bounced around, rejected those. Look, and it pushed all the way to the top of this gray one up here, right? So that's all you should see. Boom. And then there was a bunch of small ones within there. So, but if you really look at it, once it broke through this gray one, it just megaphoned and found its way all the way to the top of there. And look what we starting to get. And then look where we got rejection at. Right up here in this zone. So it's not always going to touch, but we got rejection right up here in this zone and came down. Hold on, let me see if I can help you out and find this video. Uh, yeah, I can use broad information video I got. It's a really good video. I break the whole thing down. Here we go. Share copy. Perfect. There you go. There you go. It's a broad information video I made. But yeah, so there you go. And broad informations keep going down. Like, look, we can go down to the 15, right? And we can find some more broad informations. Look. And if you notice, there's a broad information here. It's a 15-minute broad information. And look where we're rejecting at on this broad information. Look, it couldn't get through, right? And then here is your other one right here. Boom, right? Look at that. First week you see. Boom, back there. And look at that. Bounced off of here, hit the top of this broad information, came down, dicked around, boom, tried to push through, got rejected off the broad information. Boom, came down to the bottom, bounced as part of the broad information, do what stocks do, chop around, pushed up, couldn't get through, boom, rejected here. Now it's trying to figure out what it's going to do. But here's another broad information. So you see, these are the broad informations within broad informations, right? So you're like, damn, like, why couldn't he get through? Then there's another broad information here, right? Boom. So now we got small broad informations within each other. Boom. It bounced off of here, couldn't get through and came on down. So it's broad informations all over. You can go down to the 5-minute chart and find another more broad informations, right? So you can go here to here, boom, chopped around in here. Boom. It's all on a 5-minute chart. There's another broad information. Look like, let me see it. Yep, just enough. Boom. Bounced around there, right? There's another broad information. It's just on the 5-minute chart, bounced around and they pushed through, bounced off that broad information from a later date. It's probably higher, there's a higher time frame. I didn't mark them off. Came back down, rejected this broad information, rejected here, pushed back up, and trying to figure it out. Boom. Here's another broad information here, right? So possibility we push down, hit one of these and bounce back up or come through, break through this broad information, come back. It's just a support and resistance in the strat. So hopefully that makes sense to you. I mean, every time frame got a broad information. You can take it down to the 1 minute. Well, there's a broad information on the 1 minute. Boom. There you go. Boom. Bounced off here, pushed up here, rejected here, came down, pushed up, and look how price expanded. Right. You got another broad information here. Right. So simple. Boom. And it just keeps going. And it just continues, right? Then you said, well, it didn't really touch all the way here. Boom. Here's your broad information. It bounced around the side of here, came, broke through here, bounce, pushed our way up, rejected. Look how I rejected, and it'll come on back down here. So it's quite easy. It's actually quite easy. Just don't overcomplicate it. 3-minute chart, same thing. It doesn't matter the time frame. It's going to have a broad information. Right? 7-minute chart. It's got broad information. Right. That's the top of the broad information. Is the bottom of one. Bounced up, bounced, rejected here, came down, bounced back up, and continued. Guess what? It's another broad information. 7-minute broad information. When you ask, when people, somebody asked Rob Smith what broad informations matter, he said all of them. Look at this. Boom. Rejected here, push down. Hold on. Here's another broad information. It continues. Right. Well, there you go. Right. You want to find another smaller broad information within inside of that broad information. Boom. Bounced off the bottom, pushed up, chopped around, rejected here, pushed down, bounced back up, boom, broke through. Rejected the broad information right up here from another time frames we was on. Came down, rejected this broad information, pushed up and continued, right? And pushed all the way up and rejected this broad information. Broad informations are all over your chart. Some people charts actually look like this all day long, every day. They never delete them. At some point, I can't deal with it. So it don't matter what time frame you hit. You want 10-minute broad information? I can find one. I'm sure I can. I'm used to it. Boom. Here we go. There's one. 10-minute broad information. Boom. Chops around the head, bounces off this broad information, comes down this 10-minute broad information, pushes through, look like it rejects a 15 broad information. I mean, you pick a time frame, it's going to have a broad information. So, right here's another broad information. Don't be afraid to mark it and see what happens. That's it. So, hope that makes sense to you. There's your lesson on broad information. So, I like getting on here and just teaching lessons. So, there's a broad information there, right? And you would say, well, what would make you think that? And you got one here on 15. So, and if you look at that, boom, pushed up, pushed down, chopped around, and look, that's all it does, right? Now it's just gonna bounce around within this range. That one, no, too low. That one actually would be too low, but you can go here if you wanted to. Look, boom, pushed up, rejected here, pushed down, boom, and now it's trying to figure out where it wants to go. It's basic consolidation. So, yeah, you look at that video and you kind of run through. We'll come back to this. What minute are we at in this? I'm gonna tell you exactly where we at in this video to come back to this. So come back to about a hour and like an hour 10, an hour 15 minutes of this video. Um, so we can go over this lesson on broad formations. And you just keep watching that over, and then you figure it out. Yeah. Any more takers? Any more questions? For sure, Chant. For sure. Yeah, go back to like a minute and 10 of this. I sent the link to that other video. Make sure you get them watch list. Send the link to that video, and come back for like an hour and 10 minutes and on, and that'll be me running over broad information. But once you figure out broad information, like it's gonna change everything in the strat for you too. Because once you got your levels and triggers and knowing what's enforced, and then you get broad information, so you'll know when to enter and when it's time to get out, and if something gonna reject, it's gonna change everything. Been on here for about like almost an hour and 25 minutes. I'll probably get off. I'll be on here about 9 something tomorrow. There's another dude that pops in here. Name is Keith. Sometimes he calls out some tickets for us to look at. So, you know what I mean? Pull up, and maybe I can help you out with some live market action on those broad informations and things. So you pull up if you're trading tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the like and all of that. You got any questions? Hit me on the comments, or hit my link tree. It's in the description. It's got my IGs and all of that, and Twitter and everything. So you can DM me, and I can help you out. Maybe we can get on Zoom or something if you need it. Ain't no thing. I ain't tripping. I'm here to help everybody, because the strat changed my life. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, but yeah, we're gonna bank tomorrow. I see some things. Yeah, I'm ready to get up off of here soon. Um, been on here for a minute. And I do this all for the free ski. So please like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Because I took folks on there and it bounced, and I was looking like, why? All right, well, let's go look at it then. Shit, I'm still on here. I ain't going away yet. What you say? mRNA? Is that what you said? All right, make sure. mRNA. Let's see. What you say puts. Oh, all right. I already had this marked out. So I don't know where you took them at, but this is your daily broad information right here. All right. And you probably took it. I don't know if you took it on this 3-2, but this is the reason why it bounced. It just brought information and bounced right back up. So, yeah, so that was your daily one. And then if we look at, and then this would be your weekly one right here. And that's probably where you got that little bounce, because it don't always be perfect. It's like a zone. That's your weekly BF, right? All right. So, Down to the lower time frame and see where you and yep, I see it right here. Look. So this is what it did. There's an hour. Look at this. There's an hour broad information right here. Right. And you probably it open. Open. You probably took put somewhere around here and that thing picked right back up, bounced, and that's where you was at, and it went back to try to, and it most likely will fill that gap. I see, I see, see. That's why if you got your Bronner formations there, but look at this, right? So it's an hour one, right? So you might get a rejection there. You might get a rejection there on the hour. And you might get a rejection. Um, maybe if you brought some time, and then look, here's a weekly one, right? So 1-3. So it could end up bouncing because look, it wicked down off of there. Look at that. Boy, the STRAT is something else. But yeah, that should bounce right here. It should bounce right here. And it bounced. And let's see. And then you got look like you got one back here. No, it ain't one right here. No, it ain't one right here. Let me see. Nope, it ain't one. So yeah, that's look like where we bounced at. Champ. Yeah, that was it right there. Yep. There you go. So that's where you bounced at. See? The daily broad information. And you got a weekly one here, a daily one there. Yeah, that's where your bounce came from. And then you got your hour, and 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 here's your hour ones, and that was your bounce. But I'm trying to. There's another one here, and this one back here. And this will be now you ain't got to draw all of these. There's a certain point you're gonna get in your trading where you just can see these things visually without really having to draw out all of this. And you're gonna be able to see those BFs. But yep, there you go. Wick right off of there. Wick through that broad information and push right back up. So I hope that helped you out a little bit. And so what I'm gonna tell you to do is get off YouTube and go work on them broad formations. If you got a watch list, run through them charts, find your levels, and just mark 'em. I mean, even if you got mark them all out right now, just mark them out. Like it's gonna be a certain point you're gonna see them visually. All right, let me see. I probably know I can find a broad information on this yearly somewhere. Let me see if it is one. Yep, this gonna be a yearly BF right here. Not that. It's gonna be a yearly broad information. It's gonna go back down. Yeah, it's gonna be a yearly broad information right there. Right. So most likely, if it's decided to continue to sell off, it'll kind of bounce right here. So there you go. And listen, since it's got a long wick like that, you can cut off candles too. Like, you can go just like that. Right. So look, let's go down to like a 6 month. See if we can see it. Oh, look, boom. Look at that. Wick through. Phew. What is this 3 month? Pay attention to that yearly broad information we wick through. So anything you can.